जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन। यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन। यमुनातीरवनचारी। यमुनातीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद। श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे। जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर श्री राधे। प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य कृत कृष्ण कृपा श्री मूर्ति अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभु की जय। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथ राज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हर्ष। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Hare Krishna, everyone. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10 to 7, chapter 5. Today is text 55. तथा तंश्लक्ष्णाय वाच प्रत्ययुः महाबुद्धिः उवाच विवासं तन्निष्ठां कृपया प्रसन्ना इव। अथ तंश्लक्ष्णाय वाच प्रत्ययुः प्रत्युः महाबुधः उवाचभिदं स्तन्निष्ठां कृपया प्रसन्न इव अथ तान् श्लक्ष्णाय वाच प्रत्ययूय महाबुधः उवाच विद्वांस्तन्निष्ठां कृपया प्रहसन्निव. If anybody would like to read.
Atatan Shrakshnaya Vacha Vratyahooya Mahaburaha Uvacha Vidvamstam Nishtam Gripaya Prahasan Iva.
अथ तं श्लक्ष्णया वाच प्रत्यहूय महाबुधः उवाच विद्वांस्तन्निष्ठां कृपया प्रहसन् इव
Anyone else? Word meaning, translation purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Word meaning, Atha, then, Tan, the class friends, Shlakshnaya, with very pleasing, Vacha, speech, Pratyahua, addressing, Mahabuddha, Prahlad Maharaj, who was highly learned and advanced in spiritual consciousness. Maha means great and Buddha means learned. Uvacha said, Vidwan, very learned. Patnishtam, the path of God realization. Kripaya, being merciful. Prahasan, smiling. Eva, like. Translation: Prahlad Maharaj, who was truly the supreme learned person, then addressed his class friends in very sweet language. Smiling, he began to teach them about the uselessness of the materialistic way of life. Being very kind to them, he instructed them as follows. Purport. Prahlad Maharaj smiling is very significant. The other students were very much advanced in enjoying materialistic life through religion, economic development, and sense gratification. But Prahlad Maharaj laughed at them, knowing that this was not actual happiness. For real happiness is advancement in Krishna consciousness. The duty of those who follow in the footsteps of Prahlad Maharaj is to teach the entire world how to be Krishna conscious and thus be really happy. Materialistic persons take to so called religion to get some blessings so that they can improve their economic position and enjoy the material world through sense gratification. But devotees like Prahlad Maharaj laugh at how foolish they are to be busy in a temporary life without knowledge of the soul's transmigration from one body to another. Materialistic persons are engaged in striving for temporary benefits, whereas persons advanced in spiritual knowledge, such as Prahlad Maharaj, are not interested in the materialistic way of life. Instead, they want to be elevated to an eternal life of knowledge and bliss. Therefore, as Krishna is always compassionate to the fallen souls, his servants, the devotees of the Lord Krishna, are also interested in educating the entire populace in Krishna consciousness. The mistake of materialistic life is understood by devotees, and therefore they smile upon it, considering it insignificant. Out of compassion, however, such devotees preach the Gospels of Bhagavad Gita all over the world. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीयुक्तं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणा सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। अथ तांश्लक्ष्णाय वाच प्रत्यहुआ महाबुधः उवाच विवांस्तान्नश्चां कृपया प्रहसन इव। Prahlad Maharaj, who was very truly the supreme learned person, then addressed his class friends in very sweet language. Smiling, he began to teach them about the uselessness of the materialistic way of life. Being very kind to them, he instructed them as follows. In a purport, Srila Prabhupada is writing the very first line is Prahlad Maharaj smiling is very significant. Why it's significant? Because he understood truly what is the purpose of life, though at the tender age of 5, he was just 5 years old. People may think they can understand also that was he smiling or it was sarcasm. It was not sarcasm at all. He was smiling just as a knowledgeable person, he can see the difference between the usefulness and not usefulness of a certain object. We can take an example. This body is a machine, and if we are taking good care of this machine, it can bring us or it can help us to come closer to get enjoyment. Even for the people who are on a materialistic level, they also understand the usefulness of this body. They do exercise, they are taking proper diet, they are following a lot of things. So they can have a self gratification for a longer period. But it's a one side of a coin. Most of the people they don't have idea how to utilize this human body. So when the friends in a Gurukul of Shukracharya and the teacher, like we see in the previous verse, the teachers they were trying to teach Prahlad Maharaj and all other students how to make your life blissful or how to make your life happy through the self gratification. And what is the process? So the process is religion, economic development, and self gratification. That was the motto of their education. That was the basis of their education. And more or less, we can see this same education is still going on throughout the world. So through this example, through this verse, we can understand that if any institute which is teaching how you can make your life prosperous by economic development and the result is self gratification, we can understand it's a branch of Shukracharya's Gurukul all over the world. unless if they are not teaching us how we can make a proper development as a human being. Unfortunately, all the education institute throughout the world, most of them, I will not say all, most of them, they are the branch of Sukracharya's Gurukul. They are teaching people how you can make progress in this life so you will have a better facility for sense gratification. And what materialistic people they understand by the term religion. Most of the people they are confused to understand the religion as a spiritualism. They don't see the difference between the spiritualism and the religion. Religion they understand literally it means dharma. Dharma means your action related result. That is called dharma or religion. Like the fire, religion of fire is to produce light and heat. That is the religion of fire. No matter whatever the source. But this is the principal religion of fire, that it will produce heat and light. So what is the religion of the soul? One should understand. But unfortunately, none of the university or school or a college, they are teaching what is the religion of soul. They are teaching the religion of body. And in their principle, the religion of body is to make economic development to enjoy more and more of your senses. This is the basic principle. This is the basic teachings of modern educational system. Because in um, because in general, people they understand that education, so-called education, can bring happiness and prosperity in their life. This is the standard. This is the parameter how people today they are measuring the amount of happiness. No matter which part of the world, everywhere the same pattern they follow. Like I can give you examples from India, like they're known as IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, and the percentage of passing out of student is like 0.5%. So out of 100, just 5% student they are passing out from the IIT because the exam, the process is very tough. And the process of admission is even more tough. They don't take all the students in IIT institute. And passing out is also very, very low. But still, students they go because they know that once if I will pass out, I will have a better future economically. So what happened during the internship of these IITians, the big tech companies, they have their campus. They install in their campus. And they are selecting the students from there for a better, for the promise of better job placement. They are telling them, oh, if you're going to work with my company, we will pay you this much amount. You can make $120,000, $140,000 per year. You can come to Europe, you can come to Australia, you can come to USA, you can come to UK. Like this kind of promises. And that is the whole thing. That is the whole thing of the educational pattern throughout the world. If you study well, you can secure a very high paid job, and that is the goal of your life, and it will make your life successful. But they don't show the other side of the coin. If somebody is paying you $150,000 in a year, how much work you have to do for that company? You can ask any software engineer, any high place, any highly educated person who is working for some company, how stressful or how happy is their life. Sometimes they have to work till midnight even on their holidays because the company's target is not fulfilled, the job is not completed. That is the stress they have to face throughout their life. So, where is the happiness? Maybe you are making a good amount of money, but where is the happiness? So, they try to find out the happiness on a vacation, and that vacation doesn't come free. So, you make money day and night, you work hard day and night and make money, and to come out from the stress, you're spending the whole money in the name of vacation. That, oh, okay, I am chilling, I'm refreshing my mind. No, that's absolutely false thing. Because, at the end of the vacation, you have to go back in the same circle of work, work, and work. And to polish this all people's mind, there's another terminology used in a corporate world they call worth is worship. That's how they are connecting the religion with their work. Your job is your worship. You love your job, you will get paid, and you can satisfy your senses. This is the fundamental, or this is the basis of their philosophy. Work hard, make more money, make economic development of your life, and enjoy your senses. Is that the purpose of the life? Nobody is teaching. No, nobody is learning also. Sometimes even devotees also confused that what is the purpose of my life? Because when they see how other people they are living their life lavishly, all the facilities they have, they whatever they wanted, should I switch my life being a devotee to some other material job or what shall I do? So proper education is very, very important even for the devotees to understand the goal of life. Like, should I follow the Krishna conscious life or should I look for the better job? Because devotees they don't join Krishna consciousness to get better place to sleep or nice prashadam. They join because they find happiness, which is unlimited. The happiness in material life is just like a scratching a wound. It gives pleasure as long as you are scratching. But after that, the result is ultimate bleeding and pain. So a person should know what is the purpose of my life. But unfortunately, none of the institute is teaching the purpose of life. They are just making new machines to work more, to produce more. But that is not giving happiness in their life. That is not giving happiness to the society. Would be little more relaxed, but it is not happiness. The facility will maybe little more, but it is not relaxed. Like we can see there have been big hoardings of the advertisement everywhere, like cigarette or alcohol or any of the soft drinks. And on a very fine line, it comes with a statutory warning: smoking is injurious to health. That's all. But none of the cigarette companies is giving advertisement on their box. If you smoke, your whole family going to suffer. First of all, they will be passive smoker, and it will bring a lot of health issues to you and your family member, and ultimately you will die with a cancer or some other health-related disease due to smoking only. Or none of the alcohol company is giving advertisements such as "you will die while you drink." They say don't drink and drive, but they don't say you drink and you drive to the hell. People there are looking for the happiness, the false happiness around them, though the happiness is already there through spiritual practices. The Satchidananda is there. The happiness, the eternal happiness is there. But most of the people's, their situation is like a Mriga Kasturi, deer in their navel, they have a musk, and they are looking for the fragrance, but they can't find the source of that aroma, the fragrance. So they keep searching here and there in a forest without having knowledge that the fragrance is in the body in particular place. They don't have this knowledge. Most of the human, they have the same understanding of the purpose of their life. They are looking for the happiness outside, but happiness is within. They have to reveal this happiness by the association of devotees of the Lord. And this happiness is absolutely given us by the Lord free of cost. But we try to buy happiness by paying money. We see that all these religious places or spiritual places like temple, mosque, church, all these places they are open for everyone. But how many people they are coming to the temple? How many people goes to the church or mosque? Very few. Though the entry is free, but on the other side, all the club, bar, you have to pay a fees to go inside. And people they happily pay that fees. And it is not guaranteed that you will be happy or satisfied inside. But still people they are buying the ticket to get inside, to have a glimpse of that club, bar, or whatever. This is so sad that human beings' intelligence is so much degraded due to this material education, because this education is not completed without spiritual support. There was a time when most of the people they were educated with Vedic philosophy. When Britishers they came to India, very initial time, there was a person named as Lord Macaulay, if I'm not wrong, the name. I think he was Lord Macaulay. So in his letter to the British Empire, he wrote like, I have I have went many cities in India and find out that their education system is very strong, and those education systems were based upon the Vedic literature. To conquer India, first we have to break this educational pattern. We have to close all these gurukuls and we have to make them to understand and we have to convince them that our education system is the best education system. And they will succeed by the policy of divide and rule. And the result, most of the Indians, they still believe that materialistic education is the topmost thing. Because all gurukuls they were closed, they were shut down. But thanks that through the disciplic succession, through the Vaishnavas, through the Sampradaya, the Vedic literature is still in good hand. And as far as I remember, long ago I saw one saying, when the foreigners they came to Africa, and the African people they were saying, when the foreigners came, we had land and they had Bible. But the ultimate result was we had Bible and they got our land. So what is the purpose of this teaching? The purpose of teaching from the Vedic literature, from Bible, from Gita, from Quran, is how to make a person to understand godly consciousness and how they can make the progress toward their lordship. But they are also using some of the institutes, they are also using the Vedic literature to acquire some material benefit, not the spiritual aspect, unfortunately. In many places, even they don't allow to distribute Bhagavad Gita because they are afraid what if the people they will awaken or their soul will awaken, their consciousness will awaken. They are going to stop my orders. They are going to stop follow my instruction. They are afraid of this thing. So it is very important to preach the proper Vedic philosophy. That's why when Prahlad Maharaj he find that his friends in a Gurukul they are trying to convince him the source of education is or the result of education is to make economic development, to enjoy your senses. He was very much astonished to see that how their thinking is so much materialistic and was on very low level. Like when Dhruva Maharaj, when he stepped out from his home, just as by his stepmother, and he came out with a dream, with a motive that I will have a bigger kingdom than my father. But ultimately, after his severe austerity, when he had the darshan of Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna, he realized that I got diamond, though I came in search of piece of glass. So immediately this sense gratification to having the bigger kingdom than his father immediately disappeared. So when a person come in a contact with the pure devotee of the Lord or with the Lord, not everyone is fortunate to see their lordship, but yes, by the mercy of the spiritual master, it is possible. So Dhruva Maharaj, he met with Narada Muni, and Narada Muni instructed him how you can achieve Lord Vishnu's blessings, his mercy. But in this Kali Yuga, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and the spiritual masters, we have the association with the devotees, by which we can test the ultimate happiness in our life. And Chaitanya Charitamrita teaches us, Jare দেখো তারে কহো কৃষ্ণ উপদেশ আমার আজ্ঞা গুরু হইয়া তারো এই দেশ. So Prahlad Maharaj is doing the same thing. He got education, the Vedic education from his guru, Narada Muni. And he is doing the same. What happiness he achieved from his spiritual master, the Krishna Bhakti, he is propagating the same thing. That is the job of a people, that is the job of a human being, that is the job of a devotee. Even in the material world, when we are experiencing something new, like going to new mall or any train journey or any travel or any vacation, this is our general tendency to share with our friends, whether it is good experience or not good experience. Oh, the train journey was horrible. The vacation was wastage of money. Or the vacation was very good. The journey was very good. We are propagating negative or positive way. This is our human nature. So when Prahlad Maharaj he tests the mercy of Lord Vishnu through the teachings of his spiritual master when he was chanting, when he had realization, the purpose of his life, he was doing the same. He was propagating to his friends. And once he realized that what my friend they are asking me to do is so temporary, he was smiling and thinking in his mind, my dear friend, you have no idea what is the real happiness, what is the meaning of real happiness. There was an interview done by BBC of an Indian student. He secured a very good mark and came and started working in some of the share market in Wall Street. And later on, when he come in contact with the devotees, he left his job and opened his office, his devotional office in Wall Street. So when he left a well-secured, highly paid job, BBC people, they were astonished to know. The job what he left is a dream job of many people. Let's find out why he left the job and why he's living a life like a monk. And when they came and when they interviewed him, they asked him, what was your dream? He says, my dream was to open an office in a Wall Street. Then why you left? I came here, I was working, making good money, but when I came in a contact with the devotees, then I understand the meaning of my life and the purpose of my life and the real meaning of happiness. So I left that job and now I have an office. Now I have an office for Krishna in the Wall Street, where I am sharing my happiness with the other fellow devotees. So once a person can realize the real purpose of life, they always try to share that happiness with other fellow persons. It is not like everyone has to give up their job or their profession to become a devotee. Like we have example, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he was district magistrate in the British period in India. He was highly posted. And we can understand his strength or the position of his job that he has a private train line from Krishnanagar to his small town, to his village. I'm talking about the British period time. So he was so much highly posted that whatever he wants, he can achieve materially. Though he was so materially affluent, but he used his position, his education in propagating Krishna consciousness. So material education is also blissful, could be utilized once a person is connect that material education with the spiritual progress. So that was the time when Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he secured his post, his position to propagate Krishna consciousness. And in the modern time, we can see there's another example, Ambarish Prabhu, one of the wealthiest person in this planet. He's working day and night to spread Krishna consciousness to fulfill the dream, the project of his spiritual master, his divine Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. He's preaching, he's traveling throughout the world to teach and preach about Krishna consciousness. So they are example in front of us that if you have a wealth, if you have education, we can always utilize in preaching Krishna's mercy, Krishna's blessings. And another example from Shastra is Rupa and Sanatana Goswami. They were highly posted. They were highly posted minister in a Muslim regime. But whatever wealth they have accumulated throughout their life, they utilize the total wealth in Krishna consciousness by the by the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda. So they utilize their wealth to spread Krishna consciousness. So if we have wealth, we have a knowledge. The best use of that wealth and knowledge is to how to propagate Krishna consciousness. And to stay in Krishna consciousness also very important. First is to preach and second is to follow. That's why it is very important that devotees should have always a higher advanced devotee association. But it is not possible always to that the highly elevated devotee they are coming to us. That's why we should go for pilgrimage time to time. So you will have like-minded people around you. Then you are witnessing all places of the past time related with the Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, Lord Ramchandra, Lord Nishingadev, all those places. When they make a pilgrimage, you are learning, you will have the experience. This is the land, this is the piece of land where the Lord was traveling, where the Lord was going around with his cows. And if it is not, then visit these places and visit other places and share your experience so the other devotees they will have this benefit. It will make them encouraged to focus more on the Krishna consciousness. And devotees should travel time to time, place to place, just to share their experience and to learn more from other advanced devotees. That's how we can make progress. Otherwise, possibility of downfall is there because staying up at one place for a long time can can develop attachment of their position and place. Traveling is that why very important to realize that there is a lot to see, there's a lot to share, there's a lot to learn in this world about Lord Krishna and his pastimes. And Dhruva Maharaj is doing the same thing. He was learning and spreading. Prahlad Maharaj is doing the same thing. Whatever he had learned from his spiritual master, he was sharing with his friends, making them educated, making them to learn what is the real purpose of the life and what is the real happiness in the life. So many examples are there, like in the previous verse, in a verse, in the verse 54, sorry, in a verse 53, Prabhupada is giving example. One must follow in the footsteps of such great personalities as Lord Brahma, Narada, Lord Shiva, Kapila, Manu, Kumaras, Prahlad Maharaj, Bhishma, Janaka, Bali Maharaj, Sukadev Goswami, and Yamaraj. So they are Dwadas Maharaj and they are the 12 exalted personalities who know their lordship in all detail. So we should always try to learn from the pastimes of these all great personalities. Prabhupada was very well educated. When he was studying in his college, when he first met his spiritual master, his divine grace, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, the first lesson he's got, you are an educated person, go to the West and preach about Lord Krishna. And he fully utilized it. He fully utilized it. Utilize his education, his material education with Krishna consciousness. So we should send our child to the school for better education, for higher education, with a purpose, with a motive in their life. What you can achieve, what you can achieve through this material education to make progress in a devotional life. Like I said, that Amrish Maharaj is, oh, I'm sorry, Amrish Prabhu is one of the wealthiest person in the world. But he is utilizing his wealth and education to propagate Krishna consciousness. And if you see around in most of the temples, we see there are so many highly educated, well-placed people. They are following Krishna consciousness. They are practicing Krishna consciousness. They are making money. They are living happily, but also they are practicing bhakti yoga. That is example for the people that material facilities can give satisfaction to your body, but spiritual bliss can give satisfaction to your soul. That's how a person should learn to make balance in their life. When the balance will be there in their life, then the real happiness will come. Otherwise, Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, Ashantasya kuta sukham. People who are who was in a distress, who are in anxiety, there is no happiness in their life. And unfortunately, people they think they can buy happiness by paying money. By paying money, you can get food, but you will not get appetite. By paying money, we can buy a very nice, luxurious, comfortable bed, but we can't buy sleep or rest. So people should understand the real purpose of life and how to utilize all these material facilities to gain bhakti or to attract bhakti in our life. I would like to stop here. If any question, comment, or if anybody would like to add some point. Thank you. Please share your experience. Or if anyone have any questions regarding today's text. Okay, thank you very much. Grant Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We have a few minutes for the darshan, so please be online. Thank you. Hare Krishna.